nagtutulungan. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Huwag ka matakot, kaya mo bang akyatin ang mundo? Bawat bukas may pag-asa sa'yo. Ito ang tulay ng tagumpay para lumakas ang iyong loob. MPBL, araw mo na, laro na to. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Junior, MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, klaro na to, huwag kang sumuko sa gustong gawin. Isang pangarap, isang tagumpay. Gabay at pag-asa ng bayan, landas pagbabago, pag-asa, ikaw ang mahalaga. Iba't iba, pero isang halaga. Nagkakaisa, nagmamahalan, nagtutulungan. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Huwag ka matakot, kaya mo bang akyatin ang mundo? Bawat bukas may pag-asa sa'yo. Ito ang tulay ng tagumpay para lumakas ang iyong loob. MPBL, araw mo na, laro na to. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Junior, MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, klaro na to, huwag kang sumuko sa gustong gawin. Isang pangarap, isang tagumpay. Gabay at pag-asa ng bayan, landas pagbabago, pag-asa, ikaw ang mahalaga. Iba't iba, pero isang halaga. Nagkakaisa, nagmamahalan, nagtutulungan. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod. dapat kaya mo bang akyatin ang mundo? Bawat bukas may pag-asa sa'yo, yeah. Ito ang tulay ng tagumpay para lumakas ang iyong loob, MPBL, araw mo na, laro na to. Liga ng bayan na to. Mga kabataan na sugod, Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Mga kabataan na sugod, Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Junior MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Mga kabataan na sugod, Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga.
It's a game day Friday mula pa rin dito sa ating Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino, coming to you live from the Banana Court in Las Piñas City for another set of 6 games ngayong araw, beginning with a 3-game set nitong Muntinlupa JKLV RGG Infinite Basketball going up against the Dasmariñas Pacundo for a hoops. And later this afternoon, meron pa tayong laban ng magkapit-bahay, the Las Piñas True Tea Coolers will go up against the Parañaque Smile 360 Yam Jam. Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. I'm Mendy Hart, joined once again by Justin Almeda. Good morning sa iyo, Justin.
Yes, good morning. Good morning, Jaime, and both teams coming from a loss, no? And kita-kita natin yung mga bata, ang aga dito. Mukhang eager silang bumawi.
Very eager indeed. Of course, Daphne Cristobal, the queen of Junior MPBL. Kasama pa rin natin for all the 6 games ngayong araw. Unahin na nga natin itong 14 under matchup between Muntinlupa and Dasmariñas. Unahin na natin itong team coming from Muntinlupa, Justin. Of course, not their best debut, I would say, dito sa ating Junior MPBL season number 3. But what could they build on coming into this ball game?
Well, yun na nga. Their previous game was against Palawan, losing by 13 points. You know, they did a great job getting to the free throw line. They shot 35 free throws but only made half, 17 free throws lang. And, you know, from the field, from the outside, they were 1 out of 10. But you like that they're taking those shots, pero yun na nga, they have to be more efficient.
Of course, dito naman tayo sa kabila, Justin, going to the other side of the fence. Dasmariñas Pacundo for a hoops. Also coming off a loss and looking to bounce back, similar to Muntinlupa.
Well, ito naman si Dasmariñas, they're 1-1, and the difference between their win and their loss was they got careless with the ball. Nung previous game nga nila against Antipolo, they, you know, yung defense nila was their offense in the first quarter, kaya dumikit yung ball game. Pero they lost the lead in the second quarter kasi yun na nga, multiple turnovers and fast break points for the opponent. And from the second half, yun na, Antipolo just took over.
Well, ang good news sa parehong koponan is one of them will be able to go back to the winning column. Umpisa na nga natin game number 1 of a 6-game slate ngayong araw. Let's head over to Gio Cruz to introduce our starting 5.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome here at Banana Court, Las Piñas City. This is Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL Season 3, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. It's our first game, 14 other division, featuring Muntinlupa JKLV, RGG Infinite Basketball, and Dasmariñas Pacundo for a hoops. Now let us meet the starters, beginning with the Muntinlupa JKLV RGG Infinite Basketball. Starting guard number 13, Yuri Alfaro. Other guard number 20, Andre Francisco. At forward number 10, Rashid Retaga. Also at forward number 77, Ceron Dizon. And at center number 19, Sandre Gentilian. Head coach is Raymond Valenzona, assisted by June Dizon. Team manager, Abby Dizon. And now let us meet the starters for Dasmariñas, Don Pacundo for A hoops. Starting guard number 6, Ivan Cuevas. Also at guard number 30, Aldrich Flores. At forward number 8, Kian Magno. Other forward number 9, Prince Navidad. And at center number 18, Akram Singh. The head coach is Archie Bernardino, assisted by Nico Masangya and Kofia Cole. Team manager Alfie Guanse. Officiating this ball game, crew chief Mang Gomez, upper 1 John Mahinay, and upper 2 Eric Hando. Junior MPBL Executive Director Mr. J.R. Navarro. Junior MPBL Commissioner Mr. Keith Picasso.
We tip off for game number 1 of a 6-game slate ngayong Biyernes. Sa look at our team starters brought to us by Dorite. It's Cuevas, Flores, Navidad, Magno, and Singh para sa Dasmariñas. Para naman sa Muntinlupa, it's Alfaro, Francisco, Regata, Dizon, and Hernandez to round out their 5. Mula pa rin dito nga sa Banana Court in Las Piñas City. Jaime Mendihar kasama Justin Almeida alongside Daphne Cristobal. Action is live. Friday, youth basketball. No better way to end this work week.
So yeah, we are starting the ball game right now and tingnan natin nga sino babawi today.
We did mention nga both teams coming off losses. So very eager. Parehong koponan, maaga dito. Just try to warm themselves up and look to go back to the winning column as Muntinlupa gets first crack dito sa ating laro.
And just a quick story, no, para sa Muntinlupa. Of course, one of the Dizon players is not here today. Itong si David Dizon, who had 22 points and 7 rebounds in the previous game. Pero yun nga, wala siya today.
Gonna be sorely missed, certainly. But as always, it's an opportunity for the other players to try to step up and fill the shoes nga nito ni David. So our first foul will be whistled here against Dasmariñas. Have you been dito sa Banana Court sa Las Piñas, Justin?
Actually, we covered last Wednesday. I covered the last 3 games of in Junior MPBL.
Outside shot won't fall para kay Francisco. Dizon against 2 defenders will be fouled. See if 2 free throws will be given.
Ito naman si Cerrone Dizon with a double-double performance in his previous ball game. 12 points, 10 rebounds. Pero both of the Dizons fouling out, no? And if you're one of the main players of your team, yung best ability mo is availability.
And lalo, kita mo rin naman yung size nito ni Cerrone Dizon here in the 1400 division. Alam mong pwede ka talagang mag-dominate sa loob.
Saka kitang-kita mo naman yung head coach nila is his father, of course, well known to play for the UST Growling Tigers before, June Dizon. And kita mo yung guidance ng father niya kaninang umaga sa mga activations. No? That's really the perk of having a pro player as a father.
Certainly. Talagang yung conditioning mo, like the habits that you have to build. Because na tayo rin lumayo, Justin, di ba? Kahit naman ikaw, you can, I guess, give tips to these kids on how to be able to warm themselves up properly.
Well, siguro the best thing I can give talaga is how to stay ready for a game. Kasi, I didn't have the luxury of getting a lot of minutes. Pero yung mentality na dala ko, yan yung siguro mapagyayabang natin.
Yan. Mentality. Because it's one thing to get ready and there's staying ready. Couple of free throws coming up para sa Muntinlupa. Still scoreless. Almost 2.5 minutes gone by, of course. A look at June Dizon, former Growling Tiger. Sabi mo nga, Justin.
Kapanahonan nila Jervy Cruz. Ito si June Dizon.
Kala ko sabi mo, kapanahonan natin.
Let the viewers figure it out.
Second free throw. That time will fall, breaking the ice. Dito sa ating laro, 1-0 for Muntinlupa. Dasmariñas still looking for their first points. Di pa rin nila makukuha in that instance as Magno will miss on that short stab. We go to the other end of the floor, finding an opening. Excellent bucket coming from Andre Francisco.
Yeah, that will be bonus points if they can get fast break points off of defensive rebounds and pushing the pace. Malaking tulong yan for Muntinlupa.
Cuevas to the lane. Nice drop pass. Magno, kick out. Baseline jumper, that short. Still scoreless itong Dasmariñas. Francisco once again looking to attack, loses the basketball. Dasmariñas looking to run. Cuevas gets it to Magno through the middle plus the foul. Yan naman ang first points mo pa lang sa laro but in a three-point play fashion.
Oh, nice drop pass there to Magno, one of their main gunners, and yeah, with a hoop in the arm.
Let it have that bucket, of course, to Cuevas. Able to find a streaking Magno to the bucket.
Ganda ng pinakita niya nung first game nila against Palawan. 14 points, 15 rebounds, and 4 assists.
And speaking of size, we mentioned it kay si Rondizon kanina. No? Itong si Magno, hindi rin naman magpapahuli.
Oh. Meron pa siyang front court partner, itong si Singh.
Yan.
Oh, easily a 6-footer no? At the age of 14.
Yeah. Sana all, no?
Oh.
Sana sa 14 years old pa lang, 6-footer ka na.
Oh, na 14 years old ako, Jaime, parang 6-footer lang ako kumain.
Eh, ano pa kaya ako, Justin, kung ikaw nung 14 ka?
Oo, umabot nga ako ng 220 pounds dati.
Outside shot won't fall for Francisco. As Dasmariñas looking to break this 3-3 deadlock. 5.5 still left dito sa ating first period. Cuevas. Kick out. 3 ball. Won't fall para kay Flores. Long rebound track down by Dizon. Alfaro to the baseline. Scoops it up. Couldn't get the bounce. Cuevas leads the break for Dasmariñas. Gets fouled. And will head to the line for 2.
Great move. Attacking 3 defenders and nakapulot pa siya ng foul.
I like the activity nito ni Cuevas to begin this ball game, Justin. It's able to find the creases dito sa depensa nga ng Muntinlupa. This time deciding to attack and rewards himself with 2 free throws.
Even though 3 defenders were there, he must have seen something. May advantage siya and yun nga, went on that fishing expedition.
Good size crowd na meron dito sa Banana Court. On a very early Friday morning, yun naman ang gusto natin, especially dito sa 14 under, Justin. I don't know if you've noticed in the games that you covered na kumbaga may extra number of fans that we have in the venue pag 14 under ang kinocover natin.
Oh, very supportive ang mga parents. Minsan nadadala yung mga titas, titos.
So we saw Retaga getting that bucket. Finishing with his left. Seems to be a lefty. Another 3 ball. Ayaw pa rin para sa Dasma. Flores, siya naman nasusubok but might be an illegal pick to be called against Magno. Indeed. Ooh, that's second now on Magno.
Oh, that is 2 quick fouls and a developing story here. Going back to my point earlier, yung availability nga, no? Getting 2 early fouls will not help that cause.
Kailangan nga siyang iupo muna dito. Is in for the first time is Arvin Mortel. Faro. They rotate the basketball. Seron Dizon through 3 defenders. Everything but the bucket. Shot clock not reset. But a traveling violation will be whistled against Gentalian.
Seron Dizon at an early age, no? Nakakagamit na ng kaliwa. Although hindi tumama sa ring, pero you like the attempt eh.
It is a developmental league at the end of the day. No? So may gusto mong makita that 14 under pa lang naman itong mga batang kinocover natin, Justin. But like you said, in terms of arsenal, a lot more to bring to the table for these kids. Balasa dito ang Muntinlupa. Ooh. Asiruma will be called for a technical foul dahil nga sa proper wearing of uniform.
Yeah, the league has been consistent with that call all throughout. And syempre, disciplinary action din yan eh.
As early as 14 and under, no? Talagang you're trying to build that discipline already for these young kids to understand na you have a job to do in a way, right? Na ayusin mo yung uniform mo bago ka pumasok sa floor. Sa technical free throw will convert para kay Cuevas. I remember one time, may mga parents pa nga na talagang sila na mismo yung nagre-remind sa mga bata na uniform mo. Kasi maybe it's a habit that they haven't built just yet. But some coaches that I speak to rin naman, sasabihin na, ba't mo pa kasi tinatakaw, diba? I-tuck in mo na even if nasa bench ka pa lang. Para when your number is called, then immediately, hindi mo na problemahin.
Siguro yan yung number 1 topic nila pag nasa car ride papunta dito. Anak, yung jersey mo ha.
Yung pa lang, i-tuck in mo na. Dasmariñas holding on to this 1-point advantage. Trying to extend it. Outside shots not falling just yet. Trying to look for Singh inside. De La Pere drops it off to Singh. As a 3-second violation will be called against the big man.
You know, there was also, we're speaking about discipline, no? And yung these kids being guided. There was one story, or I had a quick chat with Coach Putit de Vera on Wednesday. I'm not sure I think it was the 16 and under division that we were talking about. Natalo sila, they were leading the whole game. In fact, in third quarter, they were up 15. Tapos natalo sila sa final minutes. Kasi balasa siya ng mga players eh. And you know, I really give credit to Coach Putit because he took full responsibility of the loss. Sabi niya, it was my bad. Hindi ko binigay yung... medyo naging overconfident siya. And it just goes to show that the leadership he has and he can pass on to his players.
Certainly, no? Kailangan din talaga leading by example yung ating mga coaches. As earlier, we saw itong si Arvin Mortel gets his first basket in this ball game. And a foul-counted move at that, completing the 3-point play. That move brought to us by Pound for Pound Fitness. The Liga ready. As the Muntinlupa JKLV RGG Infinite Basketball will call for a timeout now, down by 4, 9-5 with 2:33 remaining dito sa ating first.
Welcome back to Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL with several players missing today's match para sa koponan ng Muntinlupa. The big question is which players will try to help itong team na to earn win number 1. Nakausap ko nga si Assistant Coach Jun Dizon. Nakabanggit niya nga sa akin na may iba kasi silang players na merong school commitment. Kaya nga daw challenge siya talaga itong mga mas nakababatang lineup na gawin talagang best nila para ma-experience nila yung panalo doon. Especially yung ibang players na bago pa lang dito sa liga. Sabi niya rin sa akin, 10 out of 10 niya nga daw i-rate tong mga batang to kahit baguhan pa lang. Kaya nasa sa kanila kung paano nila higitan yung expectations na meron sa kanila. Balik sa inyo. Of
course, that was Daphne Cristobal, the queen of courtside reporting dito sa ating Junior MPBL. School commitments nga daw ang ibang mga bata dito sa Muntinlupa team. You did mention one of their performers in their previous game, David Dizon, will be missing this particular matchup.
So definitely a lot of firepower missing for Muntinlupa. But then again, yes, they are student athletes. Una nga ang pagiging estudyante. Pero pa-summer na rin naman. So in a short while, we should be expecting full lineups for these teams.
So on the line is Alfaro. Gets his first point. And we saw earlier, no, Daphne having a conversation with Yuri Alfaro. Nag-uusap lang ata sila kung saan sila nagpakulay ng buhok. I think that was, I hindi ko narinig exactly, Justin, pero it's safe to assume, I think, kung saan sila kumuha ng shade. Kasi parang pareho eh.
Ito na naman tayo sa mga assumptions natin. Pwede ba silang mag-best friend?
Pwede. they come up with a steal, and you were calling it out earlier, Justin, that this is one of the top steal men ng Muntinlupa, itong si Alfaro.
Oh, against Palawan, getting 4 steals. Pero yun nga, he also had 3 turnovers, so medyo nagka-cancel out lang. Something that Muntinlupa has to work on aside from free throw shooting, yung taking care of that basketball.
Speaking of free throw shooting, kakabanggit mo pa lang, Justin, as Alfaro will miss on his first. He has one more coming his way. Penalty na dito on Dasmariñas doon Pacundo for a hoops. So it's free throws all the way for the last 2:02 of our first quarter.
Something that both teams can capitalize on, both in the penalty situation. Still 2 minutes remaining.
So after that timeout, 4 straight, bibitawan dito ng Muntinlupa to cut the lead down to 1. Singh was asking for it underneath. Pass didn't come his way. Taka sila muli. Another open 3. Singh can get it to fall. Singh says, I'll do it myself. But put back won't work. Agawan sa bola. Ooh, player is down, clutching on his left foot, it appears.
Did not quite see what happened down there, but seems to be holding his foot.
So nagkaroon ng scramble that previous possession. Here's another look. Okay, so it was De La Pair. Might have stepped on somebody else's foot.
That is another player from the front court for Dasmariñas that goes down. So Singh will have to expect heavy minutes today.
Say Magno nga earlier, nursing 2 early fouls. So it's 9-8. Don Pacundo for a hoop, still up by 1. Led by as much as 5 in the middle of this first period. Approaching the minute mark dito sa ating first period. Malyari goes to the middle. Pull up. Too strong. Para kay Labiaga. Sa shot clock violation. Matatawag dito against Dasmariñas. So Muntinlupa's defense has picked it up after that timeout nga.
But someone also who can step up for Dasmariñas. Si Labiaga with 10 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists. 3 steals in the previous game. All-around performance rin para sa kanya.
Certainly a lot of weapons na meron nga itong Dasmariñas. And this is their 3rd game, as you pointed out. So in terms of, yung experience ng mga batang to, getting their feet underneath them. In terms of, junior MPBL basketball.
But they have a feel for the tournament already and have adjusted with 3 games in.
Still no 3-pointers for either team. 2-for-1 opportunity if they wish to take it. Talking about Dasmariñas. Open jumper. Basic na basic. Another bucket para dito kay Arvin Mortel.
So extra points from the bench. Itong si Mortel.
Maaga nga siyang pinasok in lieu of Magno committing his 2nd foul.
That is his 5th point of the ball game.
So we still have 9.7 seconds remaining. It's Muntinlupa trying to take the last shot of our first period. No fouls to give if ikaw ang Dasmariñas. Attacking the defense of Musni. Initial shot is short, but able to fish for a foul on the 2nd attempt was Yuviel Seruma.
So Muntinlupa sticking to their strength, getting to the foul line, but we have yet to see yung efficiency nga nila from the free throw.
Yun naman. Excellent head fake. Napakagat si Mortel. Head the line once again. So mukhang sabi mo nga, free throws has been kind of the weapon nitong Muntinlupa team, Justin. But in terms of conversion, at least in that previous game, medyo nanlamig. So far, 5 out of 9 from the charity stripe in the first quarter pa lang.
consistent naman yung percentages nila. Well, after that free throw, umangat na around 60+%.
Sila second remaining. Labiaga has to put it up. Hindi na nga makakatira itong Don Pacundo for a hoops. And after leading by 5, itong Dasmariñas, Muntinlupa able to cut it to just 1 at the end of the first. It would be 11-10. In favor pa rin nga ng Dasmariñas. Some highlights dito brought to us by Chef's Magic. What went well para dito sa Dasmariñas? Able to take this 1-point lead para sa kanila.
Well, you know, it was unfortunate for them, for Kian Magno to pick up 2 early fouls. Pero, you know, that next man up mentality happened with Mortel, as you see in our screens. And yeah, his production with 5 points, giving them a 1-point lead.
11-10 nga matatapos ang ating first 10 minutes of action. More of Junior MPBL when we return. Second quarter about to begin in this battle between Muntinlupa and Dasmariñas sa ating 14 under division. The first of 6 games hatid sa inyo naman ni Pacquiao's Junior MPBL on this Friday to end our work week. Not a lot separating both these teams, Justin, pero yun nga, Dasmariñas holding on to a slim 1-point advantage after 10 minutes.
Oo, maganda yung nangyayari sa Muntinlupa after that timeout that they called in the late first quarter. They were down 4 points, and right after the timeout, whatever adjustments they made, they went on a 3-0 run and ending the quarter with just a 1-point deficit.
Trying to keep it close, certainly. As finally, they take the lead. Aceron Dizon will get the bucket underneath and drawing some contact as well. Big boy move.
Oh, and a veteran move as well, you know. Alam mo talagang he is being guided by his father. Nice seal under, and yun nga, easy 2 points and an end 1.
Completing the 3-point play. 7 out of 11 from the free throw line itong Muntinlupa so far. So doing damage through that medium as well.
I'm sure that was a point of emphasis after their previous game. Free throw shooting nila.
Turnovers. Well, both teams in their previous losses nga was kind of where they shot themselves on the foot. So another turnover is going to be called against Muntinlupa.
That seems to be a similar characteristic for the teams in the 14 under division. Siyempre, mas mataas talaga yung turnover rate. Siguro, it's because of the composure of the players. Siyempre, as you get older, you get more reps, experience, then you learn how to take care of that basketball.
Kumbaga yung pagmamadali, minsan it comes with the age.
Oh. I believe kahit sa anong field naman, no? You learn from your mistakes. So, mas nagiging efficient ka after.
Parang mas nagsuslow down yung mga bagay-bagay as you kind of get more familiar with the game. Dasmariñas. Eye in the sky play. Couldn't convert. Second try. Ayaw pa rin. Trying to keep it alive. But it will go back to Muntinlupa.
High-low action yun. Pero to no avail.
Rojas leading the break para sa Dasmariñas. Break block there. Coming from Noel. Stopping that attempt. Coming from Labiaga. Ayaw pa rin para sa Dasmariñas. So scoreless here in the second. Alfaro will draw the foul against Aquiliano. Ano naman yung fearlessness ng batang to?
The smallest player on the floor. Pero yun nga, the fastest as well.
Dasmariñas turn to call for a timeout. Now down by 2 with 6:53 left dito sa ating first half. 13-11, the Dasmariñas Don Pacundo for a hoops now trail this ball game by 2 against Muntinlupa JKLV RGG Infinite Basketball. Pero you did point out, Justin, after that timeout nga in that first quarter, parang medyo may wake-up call na nakuha itong mga nakaputi.
For sure, they saw some key pointers there where they could improve on, and yun na nga, proving to be successful kasi lumalamang na sila dito sa second quarter and holding Dasmariñas scoreless so far for the first 3 minutes.
Bit of a low-scoring affair that we're seeing. Alfaro continuing to be successful from the line along with the whole Muntinlupa team. So you did say it is a point of emphasis after that loss in their previous assignment. Make that 2 out of 2 para kay Alfaro, and pagpapahingin nga muna dito as Tabu checks in for the first time in this ball game.
So far, 9 out of 13 from the free throw line for Muntinlupa.
Some pressure coming from Muntinlupa. Pass ahead. So foul will be whistled, I believe, against Hernandez as Magno back in the ball game after those 2 early fouls, immediately attacking the defense of Muntinlupa.
Knows how to use his size, getting himself at the right place at the right time.
Ano naman yun, no? Pipili ka na lang, Magno or Sin. Just throw it up there. Three points, couple of boards para kay Kian Magno, averaging almost a double-double in the season so far. 12 points to go with 9.5 rebounds. Standing tall is Kian Magno in the first 2 games of Dasmariñas, although missing on that free throw.
Mukhang na-scout siya dun sa second game nila, no? As I said, 14-15 performance siya sa first game. Sa pangalawa, and he was limited to 10 points and 4 rebounds only. So it's gonna be interesting to see how he will adjust now that he is a point of emphasis on the defensive end for their opponents.
D-zone. Couldn't score underneath as Hernandez and Singh, 18 versus 18 battle. Jump ball will be whistled as Dasmariñas will keep possession. I like how you pointed that out, Justin, no? Na at an early age, okay, sige, nag-perform ka, double-double performance ka in your first game, then nag-adjust na yung depensa as they should, right? Considering you as a focal point nga ng opensa ng Dasmariñas, and how do they learn from that experience na, okay, chine-check na ako in previous games and the adjustments need to come with it as well.
Well, that's where your overall game comes in. As we're seeing now, si Magno is efficient from inside. Yung mga points in the paint niya, doon niya nakakuha yung majority of yung scoring load niya. So now he has to develop either a passing game where he attracts the double team, kicks it out, or magkaroon siya ng soft touch from the elbows.
Parang provide na ibang klase namang na threat. Nice drop pass. Singh scores his first 2 of the ball game.
Sabi ni Singh, pag-usapan nyo na rin naman ako. Puro na lang kayong Kian Magno.
In the front court nitong Dasmariñas, talagang mga height-wise, right? You do see that it can deal challenges with any team that they face. As Dasmariñas now regains the lead, 16-15. Balikan lang talaga itong parehong koponan. Outside shot, Cuevas, a bit strong. They do get another opportunity. Flores from the other side of the floor, still no go. Singh, offensive rebound, but will lose it to Muntinlupa.
And another key point here for Dasmariñas is to make sure na Magno doesn't pick up his third.
Ooh, look at that move, Zeron Dizon. That's Hakeem-ish.
With the spin move and the pump fake.
Napakagat eh. And even he like that. It's dinukot pa. And over, Akram Singh.
Just a quick look kung ilan fouls na si Singh. First foul para sa kanya.
Couldn't complete the three-point play though, but Muntinlupa, sa kanila naman ang kalamangan dito, 17-16, approaching the 3-minute mark dito sa ating second. Straight away three. Still won't fall from beyond the arc para dito sa Dasmariñas as Navidad misfires. Si Ron Dizon once more. Finds an open teammate as finally a three-pointer. Mahuhulog para dito sa Muntinlupa as Enzo Montes knocking it down from beyond the arc.
And another thing we were talking about was their efficiency from the outside as well. Going 1 out of 10 in their previous game.
Musni, no go on the second try. Takbo tayo sa kabila. Muntinlupa looking to build on this 4-point advantage. Through the middle, gets blocked. Was Tabu. Under 2 minutes to play with as we head back to Daphne for a report. But bago yan, timeout muna tayo dito. Just a minute and 49 left here in the second. Muntinlupa would like to talk it over.
You're still watching Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL mula San Pedro Spartans. Ngayon, ibabahagi na ni Ivan Cuevas ang kanyang talento dito sa Dasmariñas Don Pacundo 4A Hoops. From role player in San Pedro to being the main playmaker, this 13-year-old shared how delighted he is to have this trusted minutes which he doesn't want to put to waste. His parents always supporting him from trainings to games, kaya kahit daw minsan nahihirapan siya, mas naalala niya na mas naghihirap nga yung kanyang mga magulang. He also shared na si Kian Magno ang kanyang closest teammate so far, so let's see if this duo will be effective in today's game. Hi, Manchester.
Maraming salamat once again, Daphne Cristobal. Another excellent story, no? Nakaka-amaze yung mga story ng mga batang to. Justin, as we see Cuevas able to get it ahead. That layup too strong for Flores. Dizon finally secures it for Muntinlupa.
So Cuevas, not producing his regular numbers as of now. Pero maaga pa naman ang ball game na to. First half pa lang.
Kaya naman pala paborito niyang bigyan itong si Kian Magno ng mga pasa na yan. He is the closest teammate. And I like how Daphne was able to frame it as well na nga, role player siya dati sa San Pedro in the previous season, but this time around, one of the key players of Dasmariñas and not wanting to put these minutes to waste. Yun na nga nakakuha ka na ng parang break mo in a way, right? To be the main focus of your team and gusto mo talagang patunayan that you deserve these minutes.
And getting a bigger role for your team. It's similar to what we were talking about with Kian Magno earlier. So the defense will tend to focus on you more, and you have to add new things to your arsenal every time you step on the floor. Or eto nga, pag panibagong season na.
Pahirapan mo rin naman basahin nila yung laro mo. Muntinlupa still up by 4, 20-16. Only 47 seconds nalalabi dito sa ating first half. Overshooting on that 3 is Flores. So no 3-pointers yet after 7 attempts para sa Don Pacundo 4A Hoops. Some pressure now on the backcourt from the blue shirts, trying to force some turnovers against Muntinlupa. Sulit finds an opening, tapped away by Magno. Pass deflected, falls to the hands of a waiting Lay Espadon.
And more production from the front court of Muntinlupa as Espadon enters this game.
Biggest lead now para sa Muntinlupa at 6. De La Per floats it up, rattles out. These on another board, but a whistle. Would be Magno called for a loose ball foul. Tatlo na para kay Kian Magno. And to make matters worse, that will mean free throws on the other end. Dahil penalty na nga dito ang Dasmariñas.
Staying foul-free for majority of the second quarter, pero picking it up with 15 seconds left. I'm sure the coaches would have wanted to take him out instead.
Parang masaya ka na no? Na-nurse niya yung 2 fouls na yun na maaga nga niya nakuha in the first period. But unfortunately, he will commit his third as Dizon misses his first free throw. Also missed the bonus free throw prior. No? So, makikita mo rin yung frustration sa mukha niya na alam niya, nahuhulog naman to kanina eh.
Pero going back to Kian Magno, yung difference ng going into the third quarter with 2 or 3 fouls makes a huge difference in your mentality eh. Ngayon, papasok ka ng second half, pigil ka eh.
Mas tentative ka na.
Bawal akong dumikit masyado sa offensive player.
3 seconds remaining. Pass intended for Magno as Dizon's heave will be blocked by Cuevas. As the buzzer sounds to signal the end of our second period. It would be 22-16. Muntinlupa will enjoy a 6-point advantage heading to our second half of action. So we take a look at our highlights brought to us by Chef's Magic. That Montes 3-pointer nga kanina, Justin, is a much better performance in the second para sa Muntinlupa, outscoring itong Dasma 12-5.
Pero yun nga, Muntinlupa hitting a 3-pointer but still not so efficient. But compared to Dasmariñas naman, they're still 0 out of 6. So that going in favor of the side of Muntinlupa.
The end of the 20 minutes, it's 22-16. Muntinlupa now has the advantage. At the half, it's 22-16. The Muntinlupa JKLV RGG Infinite Basketball has this 6-point advantage against the Dasmariñas doon. Pacundo for a hoops. Some numbers dito, Justin. What went well para sa Muntinlupa to allow them to build on the 6-point lead?
Well, as you can see on the top of our screens, it is the field goal percentage. Big difference, almost multiplying it by 2. 30% for Muntinlupa and 16% for Dasmariñas. And of course, that 3-point field goal coming at the late second quarter, extending their lead to 6 points. So malaking tulong yon para sa on the side of the green shirts.
Siyempre, in this type of low-scoring affair, no? A three-pointer could immediately create that separation na kinakailangan mo. Gusto mong maalagaan for the last 20 minutes of action as both these teams would like to redeem themselves coming off losses in their previous ball games. But Dasmariñas had a great start. Took a 1-point lead heading to the second quarter but was just limited to 5 nung ating second. So, what would you like to see more dito sa Dasmariñas? We already mentioned that Magno nursing those 3 fouls would still begin this third quarter. Might be a bit tentative already, but hindi pa natin nakikita masyado yung iba pang players that would normally be stepping up dito sa Dasmariñas team.
Ang nakita natin sa Dasmariñas ngayon, when you check the box scores, most of their production coming from the front court. So, pagdating naman dito sa second half, they need help from their guards in the scoring department.
Would be Muntinlupa though to get first crack dito sa ating third period. Dizon once again muscling his way through, trying to draw the foul. No whistle is given. Now Cuevas calling the shots para sa Dasma. Mortel begins the third as well. Played well in that first half with 5 points. Great block. Erasure coming from Retaga. No look. Alfaro. Pull up. A bit too strong para kay Espadon. They're getting good looks. Hindi lang talaga nahuhulog for both teams so far.
Still sticking to that low-scoring type of ball game.
Look at that dish from Cuevas to his favorite teammate, Kian Magno.
Pag may chemistry talaga kayo outside the court, nakikarry over siya. No?
Mapapasana all na nga lang si Dam na may chemistry din daw. Overshooting, but Magno there to clean it up. Back-to-back buckets para kay Kian Magno to bring Dasmariñas to within 2. Ravelo will be called for a foul on the backcourt.
Mukhang sulit yung sugal ng coaching staff ng Dasmariñas as they keep Magno in the ball game.
Yun naman yung gusto mong ibalik sa coaches mo. Pinagkakatiwalaan ka that you won't commit your fourth and you are still able to produce. Turnover para sa Muntinlupa. So, a bit of a struggle to begin the third here for the white shirts. And ito naman yung responde na gusto mong makita para sa Dasmariñas team after trailing in that first half.
So far, parang nagsasalita ng quarters tong dalawang koponan na to eh.
Cuevas. Goes to Mortel. Shot clock at 12. Cuevas with a handoff. Back to Mortel. Open for a 3-ball. Bit too strong. Second serving. Ayaw pa din. Cuevas. Siya naman nasusubok. A bit short. Falls to Mortel for the putback.
6-0 run by Dasmariñas. And I like the recognition of Cuevas there as he was blitzed on the screen. Binigay niya agad sa roller niya and he was wide open for the 3.
Short stab. Ayaw para kay Sharon Dizon. We're deadlocked at 22. Dasmariñas looking to regain back the lead. Cuevas. 9 to work with. Ravelo loses his footing. Stolen away by Espadon. Throws it away to Cuevas. He looks to attack. Couldn't finish off the glass. Tapigan. Great save by Retaga, but falls to the wrong shirt. As Mortel says, let's slow it down. Cuevas once more. 2 seconds to shoot. Mortel couldn't get a shot off in time. As a shot clock violation will be called against Dasma.
Kian Magno should have taken that shot. Shot clock was running down, but unaware.
Who would you normally kind of rely on na pagka, pababa na yung shot clock? Siyempre, minsan mahirap din marinig sa ating venue. Kanino normally na-assign niya yung mga ganyang klaseng reminders?
More often than not, nasa guards talaga yung bola. So, you always have to have your eyes up. Not only to recognize your teammates, pero syempre para makita mo rin yung game and shot clock.
Saravelo gives Dasmariñas a 2-point lead. An 8-0 blast na rito, Justin. To begin the third period, as finally Muntinlupa an opportunity to score their first points.
Very painful for Muntinlupa. Almost half of a quarter gone by, and ito, first chance for them to get themselves on the scoreboard.
Si Siruma on the line. Couldn't get the first. So 5:09 remaining dito sa ating third period. As we head back to Daphne for a report.
The coaching staff of Dasmariñas expressed their frustration with Kian Magnus' early foul trouble during that huddle. Kaya naman naging simpleng paalala nila na mas pag-isipan ang galaw sa loob ng court. Kaya naman immediate 4 points ang binungad sa atin itong si Kian. 3 things Coach Chi Bernardino wants his team to be able to showcase here in the second half. First is to relax, shake off those jitters. Second, laser focus at wag na kung ano-ano pang isip inside the court. And lastly is to talk inside pero itigil nila ang pagsisihan nila inside the court. Hi, Manchester.
And ito na nga, Dasmariñas. Better performance dito sa ating third period. Now extending this lead to 3. So yung pep talk siguro at the half, no? Talagang able to wake up itong mga bata from Dasmariñas. As Hernandez scores on that scoop.
Great recognition para kay Coach Bernardino, no? Kita niya na medyo nagkakasisihan sa loob, correcting it right away, and proving it to be wonders for Dasmariñas.
Laser focus lang daw. Mahirap kasi for these young kids to focus talaga if si Daphne yung CSR. I mean, can't blame them. Dito lang, laro lang tayo, Justin.
Oo. Saka na yung mga extracurricular activities.
Maya ka na magpa-selfie kay Daph. Another outside shot. Alfaro knocking down the second three-pointer para sa Muntinlupa. And balik na naman ang kalamangan sa Muntinlupa dito, 28-26.
Sino kaya yung tinignan ni Alfaro after ng 3-point shot niya?
Hindi ko sure, ha? Pero banda rito sa...
Oo, eh.
Bandang kanan natin.
Parang narinig ko nga yung... nabasa ko yung lips niya. Sabi niya, ate.
Nabasa mo pa eh. No? Ayun nga, second three-pointer dito para sa Muntinlupa, Justin. And we already mentioned at the half that sometimes these types of shots could spell the difference in this type of ball game that we're having. Na dikit lang, parehong koponan. Cuevas finally finding the range para sa Dasmariñas after, I believe, 9 tries? No, 12 tries.
Wow.
Before that first three-pointer fell para dito sa Dasma.
And those back-to-back three-pointers, palitan ng lamang na nangyari.
Seron Dizon scores on yet another. Excellent game para dito kay Seron. 7-7 so far. They come up with a steal. Hernandez a bit too deep, but I got your back, says Andre Francisco. Another and one para sa Muntinlupa.
And more production off the bench.
You like that Muntinlupa, biglang sabay din yung energy nila dito after that surge coming from Dasmariñas to begin the third period with that 8-0 blast. As we saw that Francisco bucket earlier, brought to us by Pound for Pound Fitness. Be Liga ready. .09 remaining dito sa ating third period. 32-29 is our score. Muntinlupa now back in the driver's seat with a 3-point lead after Dasmariñas came roaring to start this third period, Justin. And yun nga, nagpapalitan itong parehong koponan na biglang naging high scoring yung ating ball game.
Oo, maganda na nga yung nangyayari sa ball game natin ngayon. You know, they're finding the basket now. Parang lumalaki na yung ring. They're getting their groove. Pero what they're doing now is trading baskets.
This is the type of ball game that we wish to see. As always, action-packed. Bonus free throw will convert para kay Francisco. Free throw story natin because you did call it out during pregame. 11 out of 19 para si JKLV RGG Infinite Basketball. Pulling up for three is Flores. Yun na, nahawa na. Nakaisa si Cuevas. Make that back-to-back three-pointers para sa Don Pacundo for a hoops.
2 in the quarter now for Dasmariñas hoops.
Lead cut down to 1, 33-32. Looking for Dizon underneath. Falls to Alfaro, same spot. Short that time. Flores looking ahead, finds Cuevas. Alfaro to beat. Great defense, bothering that shot just enough for that layup to miss. Francisco pulls up on the other end, a bit off to the right. Hernandez looking to save it but steps on the baseline.
Ganda ng defensive sequence nun ni Alfaro. No, knew he couldn't reach for the ball, pero he tried to just disrupt him from the ground.
Sometimes that's enough eh. Talagang just yung madistract mo lang.
Ginulat lang na na, uy, may tao pala dun sa ilalim.
Speaking of gulat, di na tayo magugulat as Cuevas once again connects with Kian Magno. Make that the 4th assist of Cuevas. And won't be surprised na majority, if not all of those, is to Kian Magno. It's a dribbling violation will be called against Alfaro. Pressure defense for Dasmariñas, making it difficult to get that ball across. Gustavo checks in dito sa ating second half. Pagpapahinga muna si Alfaro. Francisco as well will take a seat. With 34-33, Dasmariñas nakuha muli ang kalamangan. Last 26 seconds here in the third. Cuevas thinking three, goes inside. Mortel uses the glass.
This time, nagpalit naman siya ng kaibigan. Kay Mortel naman siya nakabigay with that high-low action.
Hindi naman daw magtatampo si Kian Magno. 5 assists now para kay Cuevas. Still 2 seconds remaining. Would count if it goes, and it does so. Ivan Cuevas has his fingerprints in almost all the buckets nitong Dasmariñas after that three-pointer. A couple of assists and finishing off itong ating third with his breakaway layup. Biglang alagwa ulit yung Dasmariñas dito, Justin. 38-33, matching their biggest lead of this ball game so far. As we take a look at some highlights dito sa ating third period. Beginning with this layup, making sure that basket indeed counted for Ivan Cuevas and the rest of the Dasmariñas Don Pacundo for a hoops. 38-33 nga matatapos ang ating third period. And ito na nga, highlights brought to us by Chef's Magic.
Oh, well, it started out with an 8-0 start for Dasmariñas, and yun na nga, 2 3-pointers in this quarter. At the same time, maganda yung high-low action ni Cuevas and Magno. And of course, like you said, Cuevas with his imprints in almost all the baskets, ending with a buzzer-beater layup to extend their lead to 5.
We're on to the last 10 minutes of action. 38-33 nga ang ating scoreline. Dasmariñas by 5. To 33, Dasmariñas holding on to this 5-point lead in this back and forth affair na nakikita natin dito, Justin, especially in the second half. Trading baskets, action-packed. better scoring na nakikita nga natin for both squads as we see Dizon able to escape.
And Dizon realizing it is the fourth and final quarter, leaving it all out there on the floor.
Check our scoring in that third quarter. 22 points para sa Dasmariñas.
And only 11 for Muntinlupa. So doubling the output of the white shirts.
Gano'n sila limited in that second quarter with just 5 points. Biglang gising yung kanilang opensa. And when that three-pointer began falling, opening things up a lot more for this Don Pacundo for a hoop squad.
And credit that third quarter nga to Ivan Cuevas. All-around game for him.
Another bucket. Ito naman, Muntinlupa will begin this fourth period with a 4-0 run. Trying to look ahead. Mortel underneath. Excellent game para dito kay Mortel, now in double digits with 11 leading all scorers.
Great move there by Mortel. He knew that Dizon had the heft, but he had the length advantage, so he used the bump.
Splash City para kay Enzo Montes, his second three-pointer here in this game. Badly needed bucket para nga makatabla muli. 40-40.
Both teams sa second half, parang sabi nila, tama na yung defensive game natin. Let's make it exciting.
Another outside shot will fall. What's happening to these kids dito sa second half? Biglang naging sharpshooter lahat ng mga players dito between Dasmariñas and Muntinlupa, but it's Dasma up by 2, 42-40 as we have this timeout. .38 remaining dito sa ating laro. It's 42-40. Dasmariñas up by 2 after that initial surge para sa Muntinlupa na binaligtad yung third quarter. It was Dasmariñas. Sabi mo, parang sasalit-salit lang itong parehong koponan na to. And itong final stretch natin, 42-40, just 2 points separating these two teams.
Pero both teams naman both teams are starting to pick up on the offensive end, and parang lahat na lang ng tinitira nila, pasok
Confidence sky high, and it cuts across, like you said. No? Parang hindi lang naman naiiwan dito sa Dasmariñas, hindi lang naiiwan dito sa Muntinlupa. Parang biglang nagpaulan ng shooting touch dito sa ating Banana Court in Las Piñas City. Turnover though para sa Muntinlupa off that timeout. As Magno once more. A bit too strong. Another 3-ball. Navidad with a miss. Tapikan. A third opportunity para sa Dasma. Cuevas once again will be called for a travel.
That is something that the players have to adjust to. As yun na nga yung one-foot-legged land. Tinatawagan na talaga ng traveling ngayon.
Parang automatic, no? Sometimes parang yun yung doon nauhulog But yeah, they have to kind of unlearn that in their offensive move as Hernandez, high looper, gets the bucket off the glass.
A tough shot for Hernandez.
Yet another deadlock, this time at 42. Ooh, look at that move for Navidad. Like a running back.
Great move to protect the ball from para hindi siya masundutan ng mga players. Itong si Navidad.
Ganun na rin silang mindset
Parang matagal na rin hindi nakapasok tong si Navidad, no?
Well, I guess goes to show how great a game that Cuevas has been playing. Dito nga sila Biaga. Off on that attempt. Cuevas with a pull-up. Still too strong. Dizon finally corrals the board for Muntinlupa. Tabo. Back to Alfaro.
Ooh.
Gets the ball back. Blocked from behind. As ball will stay with Muntinlupa.
Nice give and go action there. That'll help defense, showing himself that time and protecting the rim.
So 5 and 22 left. So they will challenge that last call where they believe that the ball should return dito sa Dasmariñas. So the initial call after that block nga was Muntinlupa will keep it. Very important possession dahil alam nga nila ganito kadikit ang labanan.
So the argument was after the block, did the ball touch the hands of Alfaro before going out of bounds?
Of course, our officials look to make sure because one possession could swing this ball game one way or the other.
Tied basketball game here at the 5.5-minute mark.
Ito nga yung give and go. I mean, it was a clean block, but like you said, they're taking a look if Alfaro kind of nadaplisan niya ba?
Oo.
Would like to take yet another look before making an official call. Waiting on a decision with 5 and 22 left dito sa ating ball game. Might be a better angle.
Still hard to tell.
Still hard to tell, definitely. And yun nga, if the referees can't find sufficient evidence to overturn the call, then yung original call must stand. Kasi even from our angle, parang hindi mo rin totally masabi if tumama ba kay Alfaro after the initial block.
Credits to our referees who are reviewing it intently.
I believe our officials have come to a decision. Referee John Mahinay says call stands. So Muntinlupa will keep possession inbounding from the baseline. The challenge will be unsuccessful. We're still tied at 42. Looking to take back the lead are the boys in white. Trying to get it to Seron Dizon, but that ball deflected. Nakarami na rin to si Seron sa loob. No? Talagang kailangan na tutukan na rin.
Kita natin yun kanina sa third quarter. Meron siyang knockout play. And I guess nabasa na ng Dasmariñas.
Not that time, I suppose. Seron Dizon heads back to the line for a couple.
Kakabanggit lang eh.
I guess goes to show na yun nga, even in this 14 under division na yung baseline execution ng mga koponan, no, na nandun na rin eh, naituturo na din. Dizon gets a double figures after that free throw, now with 10. Double-double watch para sa kanya. And sama mo na rin ng 4 assists, an all-around performance para dito sa...
So, typical numbers para kay Seron Dizon, double-double. Pero this time, showing us that he also has the court vision.
He had a double-double in their previous ball game despite the loss, 12 and 10. Pressure on the backcourt para sa Muntinlupa. So look to protect this 2-point lead. Cuevas, short on the layup. Muntinlupa looking to run. Ooh, weaving his way through for 2. What a move coming from Yubiel Seruma.
Highlight play para kay Seruma.
Lead up to 4 now. Almost a steal. Flores. Ayun na nga, masusundan ni Alfaro. As Cuevas to beat. And gets a layup to go. Just like that, a 6-0 run para sa Muntinlupa JKLV RGG Infinite Basketball. Now up by 6, 48-42. With 4 and 14 remaining dito sa ating fourth. Fearless once more is this kid, Yuri Alfaro. Last 4 and 14 to play with. 48-42, Muntinlupa now has the 6-point advantage. Their biggest lead so far in this ball game, Justin. And 6-0 run ang binitawan nila dito. This might be the separation na kinakailangan nga nila to hold on to maybe secure their first victory dito sa season number 3.
No, Muntinlupa going to their strong suits. No? Itong si Saron Dizon, working the paint, and Alfaro proving to be a defensive anchor, getting another steal and a fast break to extend this to 6-point lead.
Traveling violation will be called against Dasmariñas. Bigla ng lamig dito yung opensa ng Dasmariñas, Justin, and a couple of turnovers really hurting their cause. 14 to work with. They swing it. Flores hit one earlier. Now Labiaga drops it off. Kian Magno. Great execution from the blue shirts.
A great move. Another pickup dribble. And then getting the defender to bite and dropping it down low to Magno.
Magno so far 12 and 6. And has done a better job na alagaan yung kanyang 3 fouls that he had with him approaching the second half of action.
Sticking to 3 fouls, and pag ganyan, 3 minutes remaining, wala na yung hesitations mo, yung nagpipigil sa'yo dumipensa.
Great pass to an attacking Andre Francisco. That will be team foul number 3 against Dasmariñas. And a couple of free throws. Try to extend this 4-point lead para sa Muntinlupa.
Si Francisco, parang siya yung silent operator for Muntinlupa. Not really getting on the scoreboard as much, pero yung mga points na ramdam na ramdam mo.
Very timely.
Timely, yes. That's the word I was looking for.
That free throw is his 6th point of the game, to go with 4 rebounds as well. Second one rattles out. So bante pa rin ng 5 itong Muntinlupa. Yet another steal, and this is coming from Francisco once more. Niluwa nga lang yung kanyang layup. Dasmariñas looking to reset. Flores left all alone. Overshoots. It's Magno. Great hustle but unable to save it. 2 and 31 still left dito sa ating laro, Justin. And 2-possession ball game. 5-point lead for Infinite Basketball.
But, by the way things are going, Muntinlupa seems to have found their composure.
Parang they just settled down, especially dito sa second half, no?
Mas maganda yung execution nila dito sa 4th quarter.
Almost a turnover and tuluyan na nga maaagawan. Labiaga looking for a friend. Finds Cuevas. Blocked by Dizon. And to make matters worse, he will be called for the last touch. Mention a bit of parang lack of recognition, I suppose.
The ball was already gonna be their possession, pero yun nga, he caught it from the out of bounds.
Parang may instinct siya na saluhin.
Oo.
Last 2 minutes na nga tayo dito. Francisco is trying to play keep away. Flores, good deflection, but balik sa Muntinlupa. They go to D-zone. Attacks the baseline, goes reverse. Second serving. Ayaw pa rin para kay Siron. Flores this time will attack the bucket. Another block from D-zone. Mortel floats it up. Battles out. Trying to keep it alive. Mortel gets it to Magno. No look inside. Mortel couldn't get the bounce. Another try. Ayaw pa rin. Couple of opportunities para sa Dasmariñas but nothing falling.
Dasmariñas is rushing now. They're getting good looks pero maybe dala na ng oras eh.
Ito na nga, the whole coaching staff of Muntinlupa calling for their players to slow things down. They are up by 5 as a foul will be given up by Rojas. Now we'll put them at the limit. So next foul will mean free throws para dito sa Muntinlupa. Muntinlupa will call for a timeout, trying to protect this 5-point advantage, 49-44, with 47 seconds left in this game. Last 47 seconds dito sa ating laro and it's 49-44. Muntinlupa, abante pa rin ng 5 kontra Dasmariñas. And then this fourth quarter alone, Justin, 16-6 scoring output nitong Muntinlupa kontra Dasma, and the separation that has been created by Dasmariñas initially. Biglang balik naman dito yung kalamangan sa Muntinlupa.
Oh, and Dasmariñas just losing composure in the final quarter. You know, they committed a lot of turnovers, and as we saw in that previous possession, they had multiple looks, maybe 3-4 chances at the basket, pero parang nagmamadali na sila despite it was still 1:30 remaining.
They were in a position nga, no? Parang nandun na sa ilalim, parang medyo gimmies. Right? Especially with the way that Mortel has been playing, Magno has been playing. They've been getting those buckets in the earlier part of this game.
Yeah, I think they're starting to get pressured for time. Kaya nagmamadali sila tumiro.
So was the earlier play, which they will like to review since we're under 2 minutes. Try to determine who touched it last. So the low scoring has haunted itong Dasmariñas, Justin, in that second quarter, which allowed Muntinlupa to take with them a 6-point lead heading to our second half. Only 5 points na itala nila. But in that third quarter, they were able to turn it around, scoring nga itong Muntinlupa 22-11. But here in the fourth quarter, with only 45.8 seconds left, only 6 points in the payoff period.
So, we were saying, nagpapalitan sila ng quarters, and so far it's been a battle of adjustments in favor of Muntinlupa kasi sila yung nagkaka-control dito sa fourth quarter.
Oh, that was a good angle, Justin, because yung haba ni Siron Dizon just could make a case para sa Dasmariñas to take back the possession. Ayun na nga. It is Dasmariñas basketball as D-Zone will be touching it last. So ito yung opportunity na hinahanap mo if ikaw ang Dasmariñas to make it a one-possession ball game.
And they have to go for a quick basket here. so that they have enough time to get a stop and time to get another shot.
He's waiting for action to resume. This is now Rojas directing traffic as a push will be called against Francisco. I think they're arguing that the push came because their player was pushed.
Oh,
They're trying to pull off a challenge of their own.
and I think Muntinlupa still does have a coach's challenge.
Dasmariñas had theirs in an earlier possession, which was unsuccessful.
So the argument is the Dasmariñas player was bumped because one of the Muntinlupa players was pushed into the ball handler. Pero ang tawag ng referee is a foul on Muntinlupa.
If that foul will stay, then that will be their second team foul dito sa ating fourth period. So not exactly giving away free throws just yet. But certainly, ito yung mga klase ng tawag na yun nga, gawa ng sobrang dikit ng ball game natin all throughout. The call will stick. Francisco will be called for his third. And two team fouls nga para dito sa Muntinlupa.
So the call stands.
So proper bench decorum warning ang method against Muntinlupa. As action will resume. Delaper susubok. Malakas. Another offensive rebound as Mortel loses the leather, claiming he was held. Ball will stay with Dasmariñas. At least that's the initial call, as they will have to take yet another look to see who touched it last.
They will have another chance if the call stands, and it will be a baseline inbound.
So rebounding battle, because that was yet another offensive rebound para nga dito sa Dasmariñas. They're plus 15 in the rebounding department. Might have hit the knee, it appeared, ni Mortel.
As you can see with the eye test, no, there's really a lot of length on Dasmariñas. That's why they're leading the rebound department.
So the call is reversed. The officials, syempre, that's the purpose of the review. You want to get it right. Only 34.3 seconds left in this game, Justin. You're already in the penalty talking about Dasmariñas. Is it time to put Muntinlupa on the line?
Well, they should go for an early foul, as it is a 5-point lead.
Papabayaan na nga lamang. Might have taken an extra step, and yun na nga. Gandang takas na sana.
Once again, gambling not to foul, paying off for Dasmariñas.
Only have 23 seconds to mount a comeback. Oh. Alanganin yung pasa. Stolen away by Francisco. He's trying to play keep away. Alfaro, he will be fouled and headed to the line.
The story of this ball game was really the lack of composure of Dasmariñas in the fourth quarter. It's really multiple turnovers, and hindi talaga sila makakuha ng inside baskets.
Parang what a time to go
Oo.
have those shots begin not to fall. As Alfaro trying to put the final nails. As Muntinlupa well on their way to secure their first victory dito sa ating season number 3. Missing on the second. Almost another steal. So still a two-possession ball game with 9.1 seconds left. At would have iced it, I would say, kung nakakuha niya yung second free throw. But Dasmariñas, they've had a couple of three-pointers in the third period. Let's see if that outside shooting will wake up once more.
Need a quick 3 right now.
Flores, his attempt is short. Tatahayaan na lamang nilang lumabas. Last 3.9 dito sa ating laro. And the crowd of Muntinlupa sensing the impending victory after that defeat in their first assignment dito sa ating season. Alfaro will just dribble out the clock. And Muntinlupa nga will secure this victory, the first of this Friday. It was a back and forth affair, Justin, throughout. No? Sabi mo nga, nagsasalit-salit. Itong parehong kupunan na to. It was Dasmariñas at the end of the first, Muntinlupa at the end of the second, Dasma at the end of the third. And eto, when it mattered most, Muntinlupa able to get on that surge, and they will secure the 6-point victory, 50-44.
So Muntinlupa getting their first win of this tournament. You know, what they did in the fourth quarter was recognize what their strong suit was, which was running, getting those passing lanes. Itong si Alfaro getting a couple of steals, and yun nga, inside scoring nila because of Cerrone Dizon inside.
Cerrone Dizon really kind of proving himself with that performance in their previous game. Despite a losing effort, Muntinlupa relied on him to still be able to get those points inside and convert on those free throws as well. And doing it on the defensive end of the basketball. A couple of key blocks when Dasmariñas was looking to make their own run. And deservedly so. Siya ang napili nating Chef's Magic player of the game. He is with Daphne Cristobal. So some players already warming up. I'm just taking a second to hear from Cerrone Dizon, of course, after that double-double performance nga once again. 11 and 10 to go with 5 assists. They didn't have an assist in their previous matchup nga, Justin, but this time around, sabi mo, adding a facet to his game so far.
And Muntinlupa also, you know, doing their homework na correct nila yung free throw shooting as well as yung 3-point shooting nila.
And eto na nga, punta na tayo kay Daphne, who is with Cerrone Dizon.
Another best player of the game, Cerrone. Congratulations on this win. Sabi ko nga sa'yo, back-to-back ka na double-double output. But last game, kinapos kayo. But this time, kahit kulang kayo, you guys delivered and earned win number 1.
Siyempre po, since we lost last game, mas nagka-fire po sa amin na bumawi. At since kulang kami, mas parang nag-winner hard talaga namin ang panalo na to.
And that fire really paid off in today's game. Cerrone, baka may gusto kang pasalamatan or bigyan ng shoutout. Go ahead.
Unang-una po, thank you muna kay Lord. Tas shoutout kay Tatay Mon and to my mom and dad. Tas sa Muntinlupa / Infinite family ko po. Shoutout po to my UE family. Shoutout po kay Kuya Arnie. Tas kay Marcos po. And thank you lang po kay Lord. Yun lang po.
Again, Cerrone, congratulations to you and for Team Muntinlupa for earning win number 1. Setting it back, you guys.
Maraming salamat, Daphne. Congratulations once again, Cerrone Dizon, for being our Chef's Magic player of the game. A look at Arvin Mortel naman, 8 rebounds and 3 steals as the Hustle Club defensive player of the game. Despite a losing effort, bigay mo na rin, no, that they are able to secure a couple of awards as an assist man of the game naman, brought to us by Don Benitos, provider of sumptuous Filipino delicacies. It's Ivan Cuevas, both from the Dasmariñas Don Pacundo for a hoops. And that will be a wrap for our first game ngayong Biyernes. Coming right up, still both teams, Muntinlupa and Dasmariñas, this time in the 1600 division. We'll take a short break. Magbabalik po ang yung Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL.
sumuko sa gustong gawin. Isang pangarap, isang tagumpay, yeah. Gabay at pag-asa ng bayan, landas pagbabago, pag-asa, ikaw ang mahalaga. Iba't iba, pero isang halaga. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Klaro na to, huwag kang sumuko sa gustong gawin. Isang pangarap, isang tagumpay, yeah. Gabay at pag-asa ng bayan, landas pagbabago, pag-asa, ikaw ang mahalaga. Iba't iba, pero isang halaga. Nagkakaisa, nagmamahalan, nagtutulungan. Liga